Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is flying to Tokyo later today to attend the state funeral of former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Abe was Japan's longest-serving Prime Minister. He was shot dead on the 8th of July while delivering a campaign speech. The two leaders shared a close relationship, with Prime Minister Modi calling Abe a dear friend. The close friendship, in fact, began with Modi's visit to Japan all the way back in 2007 as the then Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat. Since then, the two leaders had worked together to bolster India-Japan relations. Prime Minister Modi will also attend the greeting ceremony at Tokyo's Akasaka Palace. This will be followed by the state funeral for Shinzo Abe. Now, according to reports, representatives from 200 countries and organizations will attend the funeral. The state funeral will be held, as we said, on Tuesday at Nippon Budokan in Tokyo. State funerals in Japan are normally reserved for members of the imperial family. This is only the second state funeral for a former prime minister since World War II. The last one was way back in 1967. The state funeral for Abe is currently mired in a huge controversy. There is growing anger in Japan over the amount of money being spent on it. The state funeral is expected to cost the exchequer over $11 million. And this comes at a time when Japan is battling inflation for the very first time in decades. But while there is opposition to the state funeral within the country, it has actually drawn Japan's allies from across the world. Along with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, several other world leaders will be attending the funeral. These include US Vice President Kamala Harris, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly, Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, European Council President Charles Michel. During his visit to Tokyo, Prime Minister Modi will also hold a bilateral meeting with his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida. Modi's visit comes after Kishida visited India for the India-Japan summit in March this year. This year also marks the 70th anniversary of India-Japan ties. Tokyo is one of New Delhi's closest allies and strategic partners. For more on this, Siddhant Sibal, our diplomatic principal correspondent, sent us this report.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Japan on Tuesday to attend the state funeral of former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Now, Shinzo Abe is someone who is remembered in India for his outreach towards New Delhi. He was someone who, of course, played a pivotal role when it comes to the Indo-Pacific vision and the Quad grouping, instrumental in the Quad grouping becoming something which is a grouping which is dealing with several issues like humanitarian issues and of course the leaders level summit as well. But Shinzo Abe, of course, has been to India as part of the India-Japan summit level mechanism. He was given a rousing welcome in Gujarat, in Varanasi, visuals which are still remembered. And when the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Japan, he will be paying his personal tributes. He will be having bilateral with Japanese Prime Minister Kishida.